Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're talking about how to get entry models on the chart. So here I'm using the 4-hour time frame to explain this, but you can make this work on the 4-hour, 1-hour time frame, 30 minutes, the 45-minute time frame, depending on what you're comfortable with and depending the kind of trader you are. If you're a trader that likes to stay on the trade long time, you can use the higher time frame. But if you're a scalper, use a lower time frame, and if you're in between, then you can use the 45 minutes time frame to an hour time frame. So today I'll be explaining to you how to enter a trade, and we're using the SMC model, which is market structure, liquidity, point of interest, as well as momentum. You can also mix in directional bias in this as well. So here, this is a bearish trend. This is a bearish market, a bearish trend, and we want to enter a trade here. So if market is here, the first thing we're going to look out for, since it's a bearish trend that giving us higher highs, giving us lower highs and lower lows, we have to look for a break of structure, right? Because here we're not expecting anything like market structure shift, because we're expecting market to continue trend in bearish move and bearish momentum. So we're looking for break of structure, right? That means we're looking for market to break the lowest low that it just recently formed. And here, market just broke this low here. Market just broke this low here, if you can see. And one thing again that makes this particular part of the chart very, very much better is because we can see about 4 break of structures at the same point. If you have 2 or more break of structures, it simply means that that is a very valid, very, very valid zone that you shouldn't ever miss, right? So the one I'm going to go for, I'm going to consider, if you can see, no matter as it's the same place the market broke, some are a little bit above the line, while some are in the line, but it's still the same zone, right? So what I'm going to do is that the 2 closest zone to where price is, I'm going to take note of them both. So I'm taking note of these two. I'm taking note of these two zones here. I'm taking note of these 2 zones here, right? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm taking note of these 2 zones here. And once I do this, I'm going to look for what now? I'm going to look for liquidity. Liquidity solidifies this our zone. If there's no liquidity, if price doesn't form a liquidity, this our zone is not valid. So liquidity I'm looking for is the first pullback before is the first pullback market makes immediately after breaking our structure. First pullback market makes immediately after breaking our structure. So the liquidity now is currently this, because this is the first pullback market makes while breaking structure, which is this here, which is this. This is the first pullback market make before breaking structure. If you can see, market something like this and pulled back here. So, and this something like this. So this is our liquidity right here. And the next thing for me now is to say that, okay, this our zone now is valid. We have seen liquidity, we have seen break of structure, we have seen momentum, and price is not giving us any funny place. My price is still moving in higher highs and higher lows. And the momentum of the buyers is still very few, right? Momentum of buyers is still few. That means buyers are not like much, are not becoming much in the market. So this solidifies our zone and makes us know that, okay, our zone is very, very much in check. So next thing to do is to set our entry at the we call this zone here, this break of structure zone, we call this breaker block, right? This is a breaker block because market breaks this low, market breaks this low to continue trend. Market breaks this low to continue trend. So we'll set our zone and we'll fix in our stop loss. We'll fix in our stop loss here. I've entered the market and here we're going to fix in our stop loss. I'm going to do a video on how to set up take profits and break even and exit models for you guys as well. So check the next video for something like that. Yeah, we'll set up our stop loss. And for our stop loss, you already need to have a fixed amount of pips that you are ready to risk, right? Depending on your account size or your plan already. Like me, I prefer to have a fixed pip. I'm ready to risk. I'm comfortable giving market for, and I use between 20 to 30 pips. Most especially, I try to stick within 20 pips because I don't like all these calculations. So I use 15 pips. Tomorrow as 45 pips. No, I use 20 pips. If market gives me something that I need to trade with 15 pips, that's very much okay. But I am not passing 20 pips. So I set up the chart now and I said, okay, here is 20 pips already. I don't really put 20 pips. I put it maybe at 19 point something. I put it at 80 because of spread, right? Because of spread. I don't put 20 pips. Once at 19, I assume it's 20 pips because spread will take at over the other extra. You get the check. And so yeah, looks so favorable for me because it's above our zones. It's above this box, it's above the zone box with a favorable amount of space. And this kind of trade now is what we call 50% entry, meaning that it's in the middle. If it's at this bottom here, where this red line is at the tip of the trade, they'll call this 10% entry. And if it's at the end of the box here, at the end of the box here, at the end of the box here, which is this, we call this, which is here, we call this 100% entry. 100% entry gives it more favorability for you to have room for your SL. While 10% doesn't give favorability because your SL will be tight and 50% just is in the middle. It gives you both, right? So we'll set our trade here. Then for TP, check the next video, and this is how to set up your entry model when entering a trade. Make sure you look for breakout structure, your a very good breaker block, liquidity, and make sure you check for where is more better for you to place your entry, 50%, 100%, or 10%. Do not, I advise if you're a beginner, please do not make use of 10% because you will always hit stop loss and notice that price will go in your direction. So please, to be careful, make sure you use 50% to 100% as a beginner. If you like this video, kindly subscribe, click the subscription button, or like this video or comment under what you would like me to show you next.